All right, the NFL schedule release is set for Wednesday, May 14th. So I thought here on Chicago Bears Now, I'd just throw some predictions out there. Why not? Let's have some fun this time of year when there's not a ton going on. But we'll see what the schedule ends up looking like on May 14th. So tune in, log us in for that because I think we're going to go live. So it should be a lot of fun. Just some nuggets from last year's schedule, just as kind of a reminder. Only 3 primetime games a year ago. Obviously, had the international game in London against the Jags. Thanksgiving game against Detroit, a.k.a. Matt Eberflus's last hurrah. And remember, a weird schedule quirk a year ago was all 6 of the Bears' divisional games came in the last 8 weeks of the season. So they really jam-packed those in there. I doubt they would do that again. I think it'll be a little bit more spaced out. Certainly a few toward the end of the season and in Week 18, like they've done for years. But just some quirks from last year's schedule that I want to remind you of. Okay, here are the opponents. We do know the opponents, and we have for quite some time. The home games, you got the division games, obviously, with Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota. The Cowboys and Giants come to town. The Browns, Steelers, and Saints. Quite frankly, that home schedule is pretty manageable. Like, you need to win at least probably 6 of 8 of those games because the road is a lot tougher. All the division games are tough. Philly and Washington are tough. Baltimore and Cincinnati are tough. San Francisco's going to be tough. And the Raiders is one you should probably get, but it's still a road game. So you probably got to go 6-2 at home, and can you win 3 to 4 games on the road? That's kind of how I look at it if you're trying to piece together a 9 or 10 win season. All right, hit that subscribe button. We have coverage all offseason long here on Chicago Bears Now. Not going to miss a beat, and we will cover you guys with everything going on, including the schedule release on Wednesday. So hit that sub button, turn on notifications, and join us for that. Okay, some schedule predictions. I'm leaning into it. I think there's a real chance that the Bears get the opening night game against Philadelphia. The defending Super Bowl champs always kick off the season on Thursday Night Football, NBC, before it shifts to Amazon for the rest of the season. And I think there's real legs to this. I do. Mike Tirico, I don't know if he did this intentionally or if he kind of just said it casually, just expecting to get some Bears primetime. He is the NBC guy. NBC has opening night football. He kind of made a comment, I think it was on 1000, saying, yeah, I'm looking forward to calling a Bears game early in the year. And I was like, that piques my interest. Talking early, week 1? Or is he just kind of throwing that out there? I'm not sure. But you look at the games that Philly could get, I don't think they'll do a divisional one. Now, could they do Dallas? Could they do Washington? They certainly could. I don't think they will, though, because those games, like Thursday night, you could have anyone play. You could have Jacksonville play Tennessee. It's going to do monster numbers. Well, those big division games, as the season goes on, those are going to do numbers regardless. So I think they'll save those. You could do Detroit, certainly. I think the Rams is an intriguing one. I don't think you'll do Denver or Las Vegas. And then you got Chicago. And the Bears this year, whether or not they live up to what the Lions did a couple of years ago, wouldn't this have similar vibes to when the NFL had the Lions play the Chiefs on that opening Thursday that one year? And everybody's like, the Lions? Like, I know they finished last year strong and everything, but like Detroit? Obviously, the Bears did not finish last year strong. They beat the Packers in Week 18, but they went 5-12. Detroit went 9-8. There's a lot of hype around this team. Big market, young, a coach who's very confident in himself and Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, a rebuilt offensive line, a lot of raw talent on this team. I would not be shocked at all if the Bears were the team that they put up against the Philadelphia Eagles to kick off the season. Quite frankly, I wouldn't hate it. I think if you're going to beat a team that's superior to you, you'd probably rather catch them earlier than late, than when they hit their full stride. They got a new offensive coordinator. That could have some growing pains with Jalen Hurts, who obviously had a great year with Kellen Moore last year. So I'm calling my shot. I think it's Bears-Eagles to kick off the season next Thursday night. And if it is, that's going to be fireworks. Should be, or not next Thursday night, opening Thursday night. That would be a whole lot of fun. Is that what you want too? Because I'm in. Why not? You got nothing to lose in that game if you end up getting it. Do you want to play at Philly to kick off the season? Type Y for yes, or you can type N for no. Okay, Bears at Packers Christmas Day. Christmas Day doubleheader or tripleheader this year. They're leaning into it. That's not going away. They are going to keep playing on Christmas. It's Thursday this year, so they're going to do a tripleheader. I think Amazon's got a game, and then it's the two Netflix games again. I think that's how they're doing it. So I could see this happening. Kind of feels like the rivalry could be back. I mean, the Bears finally beat them in Week 18. Ben Johnson kind of made that backhanded comment in his introductory press conference that he enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year when he was with Detroit. Wants to continue to do that. Matt LaFleur kind of got defensive when asked about it, like, oh, yeah, whatever, yada, yada. But you could tell he was kind of annoyed by it. This game could have some juice again, and both teams could be good moving forward. And how classic would that be? Lambeau Field, Bears, Packers on Christmas. Snow could be on the ground. So I could really see the NFL, because if they're going to lean into Christmas just like they have Thanksgiving, they're going to want some high-profile games. And Bears, Packers, regardless of record, that is going to do numbers. Okay, speaking of Packers, indirectly, Aaron Rodgers makes his return to Soldier Field on Sunday Night Football. Now, this is assuming, and I still think this is going to happen, and maybe by the time you've watched this, it has, that Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers. I think if he wants to play, that's really the only suitable team right now. Now, maybe he waits it out and sees if there's an injury elsewhere, but I do think eventually he will sign there. And the Steelers come to Soldier Field this year, so he would get to play at a place that he famously said that he owns. I hope it happens, because I would love to see his last trip to Soldier Field end in an L, because I think the Bears are a better team than Pittsburgh. I think they have a better roster. I think their coaching staff is competent now. I think you could potentially embarrass Aaron, and that would be awesome, because how many times has he embarrassed the Bears? I mean, dozens. It's just been brutal. So I could see the schedule makers kind of projecting, okay, we think he's going to sign there. How about a little October Sunday Night Football? Around Halloween or a little bit earlier, week 6, week 7, somewhere in that range. So that's my prediction. Steelers at Bears, Sunday Night Football. And remember, last time these two teams played was in primetime. Maybe the best game of Justin Fields' Bears career, when the Bears got screwed by that Cassius Marsh bumping the ref, even though the ref bumped him, that whole thing. The real ones remember. And so the Bears can get revenge for that loss as well. Okay, Colston Loveland jerseys are available for pre-order. Chatsports.com/Loveland. Get your Colston Loveland 84 jerseys today at chatsports.com/Loveland. Okay, Caleb versus Jayden on Fox. I think just like last year, that was a Fox afternoon game. I think the NFL is going to lean into this QB matchup. Both are in big markets, DC and Chicago. Both have promising futures. Obviously, Jayden's already pretty established. Caleb obviously did some good things. Just the way the game went last year with the drama and the back and forth in the fourth quarter. I think, the way the schedule works is, the networks clamor for certain games. Like, it's not like NBC can just say, these are the 17 primetime games we want. Like, no, like, it kind of goes on a rotator. So, like, Fox is going to pick and choose certain games they want, CBS, ESPN, Amazon, etc., and then the schedule gets made out. I think Fox is really going to push for this. I mean, it did huge numbers last year, the dramatics at the end with the Hail Mary, which we're all hoping to forget, and hopefully we would get some revenge on Jayden Daniels and the Commanders, because victory got stolen from us, and it led to one of my biggest crash outs ever here on this channel. Have you gotten over it? Have you? It's okay if you haven't. Be honest. Have you gotten over it? I mostly have, because I think in the end, it expedited the end of the Eberflus era. Now, I'm not saying the Bears would have made the playoffs last year had that not happened, but they would have been 5-2. Who knows? I don't think they lay an egg against Arizona and New England the next 2 weeks. I certainly don't think they lose the next 9 games like they did last year. But I don't know. I'll say this. I think I'll fully be over it if they're good this year and if they beat Washington. It's like, okay, that's in the past. Like, it's always going to be something we remember, but it's still lingering, man. And when they play this year, producer Colin, what is the over-under on how many times the telecast will show that Hail Mary?
Oh, it's at
6.5?
Well, yeah, it's bare minimum once a quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. So, I think that they're going to lean into this. Is it the next Brady Manning? Who knows? Like, Jayden's done it for 1 year. Caleb had an up and down rookie year. We don't know if they're both going to be stars. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. But I think as long as that possibility exists, they're really going to lean into that. And then lastly, before I just take a stab at the week-by-week schedule, Ben's return to Detroit on Monday Night Football. Not sure when. Obviously, for week one, I've got them playing Philadelphia, so maybe it's later in the year, maybe it's later in September, who knows. But I think this is a game they're really going to want to put in prime time because Detroit's kind of established themselves as the team to beat in this division the last couple of years. And the genius boy is now the rival head coach, Chicago Bears head coach. And obviously he's worked under Dan Campbell for a long time, and he's very confident. And, that could really add juice to this rivalry as well. A lot of connections between the two franchises with Ben coming over and some assistant coaches as well. Okay, real quick, just week-by-week schedule prediction. So obviously I had the Eagles week one, Thursday Night Football. Then you get the Giants and Packers at home the next couple of weeks. At Detroit, there's the Monday Night Football game in week 4. Week 5 against the Saints at home. Week 6 at San Francisco. Week 7 against the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers on Sunday Night Football. Then you get the bye before that big matchup at Washington, that Fox afternoon game in week 9. Browns come to town there week 10 at Cincinnati. Little Thursday Night Football, Caleb versus Joe in week 11. Week 12 against the Cowboys as well. Week 13, which is Thanksgiving week. Not a Thanksgiving game. I don't think any team will get stuck with Thanksgiving and Christmas. So week 13 at Minnesota for a little Sunday game. Week 14 at Baltimore. Week 15, second matchup with the Lions. Week 16 at the Raiders. Week 17 at Green Bay, a little Christmas Day affair. And then week 18 at home against the Vikings, where, who knows, maybe Caleb Williams and J.J. McCarthy is a big-time rivalry that develops. All right, there you have it. Some schedule predictions, 5 bold predictions, and then just a week-by-week predictor. Who knows if I get any game right. It's a complete crapshoot, but we'll have the full schedule out on Wednesday. We'll react to it, so subscribe and join us for that.